Hello. The last one of these that I did, I was chatting about walking in the light, and then I started chatting about some other stuff, and chatted for quite some time about some other stuff, and to the point where I completely forgot that the song has a middle eight. So for anybody who was asking, it's a bunch of chords, all of which have an open top E on them, which I think at the time I probably fancied gave it a sense of continuity. Who knows? The first one, it's like a B minor 7 with an open top E. I'm ashamed to admit I don't know what that chord's called. It's very nice, isn't it? E on the bottom there. Same again. Then it's that same chord shape but with a C sharp on the bottom. Then an F sharp minor with an open top E and an open top B. Go nuts. Then a G. Open top E. And you're back into the song after that. And so on. So anyway, I thought while we're here, while we're in A, and I've got a delay pedal switched on, I thought that was kind of the ideal opportunity for me to chat a bit about are we having a good time yet? Which I was trying to remember this. I think I'm right in saying that this was maybe the first song that we did after everything fell to bits, basically, after Island Records was sold to Polygram, and Polygram brought in all these bean counters who could have worked assiduously through the night to find out which bands on the label hadn't yet made a profit for them, and we were one of them. So we were all kind of like unceremoniously lobbed out the window here, bye. And at the time that felt quite devastating because like I still have a wife and two lovely kids who are now two hulking great adults, bless them. And it was very much a case of what about the wee bird? I just thought, how am I going to pay? Well, I had no plan B, and I was staggeringly naive financially. I just sort of thought, I thought you got to like a level in like the music industry, and then you kind of stayed at that level. If you were lucky, you went up a bit. I had absolutely no conception that it could all just like crumble in front of you. Help. So that was a fine how do you do, and the song's title is what it was at the time. I was really into. There was a comic book called Zippy the Pinhead, and I really loved the character Zippy. He was a real hero of mine. He just like spoke in kind of like poetic non sequiturs. I wonder what appealed to me about that. And he sort of, it was a kind of unofficial catchphrase of his, which was, "Are we having fun yet?" And this was kicking about in the van, I guess, and Kevin picked up on it, and it became this song, which I wouldn't have the temerity to try to put a spin on what it's about or anything. You'd have to ask Kevin, but certainly my interpretation of it was that it was kind of like it was like a proud stand, in the face of wavering faith. Basically, people like myself, if I'm honest, because of my aforementioned circumstances, I just didn't know how we were going to carry on. But thankfully, Kevin, Jim, and Steph made far stronger stuff, and on we went. And it's a lovely song, and very kind of it makes a real stand basically, and I think that's a wonderful thing in the face of everything that was going on. And the groove in it. Another thing that was kicking about in the van at the time was a Sly and the Family Stone tape that I had, which I really loved, and was really obsessed with Everyday People. And Jim and Steph appropriated there's a great kind of a great bass and drums groove in that, with the bass playing like off beats, and that worked really well, dropping that into this. And I sort of thought, instead of playing like straight chord voicings, why not stick the delay pedal on and augment it a bit? And instead of going straight to the D, basically, keep the A bass, stick in that open G, and it all sounds a bit more I'm all for that. Hey. And then I'm taking the delay pedal off the choruses because it's big descending chugs. Don't quote me on that. That's a kind of augmented D shape. That kind of thing. Before I forget, the notions of fame. Did I mention that one of the big things about the whole scenario for me was that I was never really in it for getting richer or famous. You know, I'd have taken it, obviously, had it come along, magic. But I just kind of wanted to make a living from it. You know, I just thought you could do that. You could just chunter along. Like I say, I was very naive. But we used to get a lot of people would come up to us after gigs. It's quite cross, you know, going, "How are you no famous?" And people are like, "Oh, it wasn't. It's not a policy decision." We didn't sit around thinking, "You know what?" I think in particular there were two really nice blokes, two really nice guys who used to come and see us in the Borderline in London. We played there a lot, great little venue. And over time, they got progressively angrier with us for not being famous. And I think this culminated in one of them literally grabbing Steph by the throat and pushing him against the wall. And I'm not sure what words were exchanged, but I should imagine it was probably something along the lines of, "If you're not famous by the next time you come back here, there's going to be ructions." So, man. Anyway, that's kind of about the size of it. The only other thing I wanted to say was obviously like a big hello to anybody who's got the patience to sit through this stuff. But particularly if you're in Glasgow, I was watching the news yesterday and felt this great surge of pride and affection for Glasgow, and it reminded me of elliptically, but you'll see why. It reminded me of the time that Kevin met Little Richard, and I didn't because I'm scared of lifts. Man. We were in Los Angeles. We were staying in the Hyatt House Hotel, or the Riot House, as Led Zeppelin fans know it, or Spinal Tap fans come to that. And we'd heard this sort of rumor, basically, that Little Richard actually lived in a hotel on like a special floor that you needed to stick a key in the elevator to get it up to this thing. And so anyway, on the day we were leaving, I was walking down the stairs and went out to the bus and I was putting my bag in, and Kevin came down and he said, "I've just met Little Richard." And I thought, right. They said, no, honest, I've met him. And I still just flat out didn't believe him, basically. I thought, yeah, good story. But at that point, a white stretch limo came out from behind the hotel with the back window down, and there was Little Richard's beautiful face. And it was like, oh my God, oh no, I missed meeting him because I'm scared of lifts, my God. So, anyway, again, I'm paraphrasing here. You'd have to ask Kevin for what exactly transpired, but my understanding is that Kevin was coming down the lift and it stopped, and the doors opened and in came Little Richard, and Kevin, not unreasonably, said to him, "You're Little Richard?" And Little Richard said, "Yes, I am." And Little Richard said to Kevin, "Where are you from?" And Kevin said, "Glasgow." And Little Richard, again, I'm paraphrasing here, but I think he said something like, "Will you be sure and give everyone in Glasgow my love?" And I just think that's absolutely wonderful. I love Little Richard, I love Glasgow, and I kind of think I can't imagine a better, well, everyone, yeah, off you go. Might take a while, but it's kind of the way I feel at the moment. So anyway, there's that. Thanks so much for persevering with this stuff. I'll hopefully be back next week with something a bit more coherent. I know I keep saying that. One of these days I will be coherent, but not today. Speak soon.